What's up, good people? It's your girl, Sophia HHRC, aka Fire, because I stay bringing that heat and that water. Mm, mm. Yes, I want to come on here and wish you all a happy Juneteenth and as like on this day or this weekend, as we celebrate in Juneteenth, and we are recognizing the date in Texas when some of my ancestors finally found out that they was actually free from slavery. I want us. I want to also inform people that a lot of black enslaved people that had like physical disabilities or mental disabilities was still enslaved even after 1865, and there are records showing this they was enslaved all the way up to the 1960s, and due to this fact was like known because due to some of the physical disabilities of some of my enslaved ancestors had, they didn't have the mobility to move around on their own. And then um, for the ancestors that had like impairment or intellectual disabilities, like you can say like it was more so easy to like control them. Like as we can see, like just like I want to say about like 2 or 3 years ago, there was an incident of a man. I'm not sure if he was black or not, but he had an intellectual disability, and there was a family. I'm not sure their ethnic background, where they held him in the basement and was just starving him and treating him in very poor conditions. And I like want us also to like take this time and acknowledge how some people who fall under the neurodivergent category, how vulnerable they are, and why it's so important um, for me to do this work that I'm doing with the I Am event series, Disability, Art, Life, and Culture, to just show like BIPOC people with disabilities how to use their skills and talents to create opportunities for themselves, and just to create high-end and luxury events for BIPOC people with disability, and mainly also to spread awareness about disability inclusion and awareness first started in the South Shore community. Because I've like the way that society is currently set up, it it's it's very inaccessible and non-accepting for people who have disabilities, and especially when we think about people who fall under the neurodivergent and chronically ill category, because most of the time like our disability are invisible to the human eye, and people can aren't necessarily aware when we might need assistance, or or for the folks that's neurodivergent, and how sometimes we take in information different from others and process information different from others. And just like people might think that we playing stupid or like we playing around or being sarcastic. And a lot of times we might be fishing for more information so we can better understand it. And I just want to help cultivate a more inclusive society where people who fall under the category of being neurodivergent or have chronic illness, where they have more freedom to be who they are and don't necessarily have the need to mask or overcompensate to fit into society's standards of what they feel what it is to be human or to be normal. So yeah, and like again, so like I'm just coming on just acknowledging, yeah, a lot of firecrackers. I'm glad people are very excited about Juneteenth, but I also want us to acknowledge that our enslaved ancestors that had physical and mental impairment disabilities was still enslaved all the way up to like the 1960s. And yeah, like the fireworks got my mind all over the place. And I just want to thank you for joining me. And your time and energy is very much appreciated. And I just want to remind you to be kind and gentle to yourself. Peace out. Yeah.